Let's get better at poaching in doubles in tennis. You want to get better quickly from beginner to advanced? I'm going to cover the what and the how, some basics, the what and the how of poaching. Well, first of all, let's describe what poaching is. Poaching is when a rally is happening, the ball's going back and forth cross court. It's when the net player crosses over and cuts off the ball to inflict an emergency on the opposing team. The how of how you do that. The server, most of the time, wants to serve into this area here called the tee. If they serve into the tee, the returner, most players are right-handed players, the returner is mostly going to be hitting a backhand. Most people have a weaker backhand. So the how to make the poach effective is to serve in such a way is to get the returner into trouble on their return of serve so that the net player can cut it off. Now, more how. When the net player cuts off the cross-court ball, they want to allow the ball to lead them a little bit so that they don't overrun it. You want the ball to cross in front of you, off to the side, so you can have your racket off to the side, out in front of you, and you intercept the ball. Now, where? We're going to touch on where. I want to hit the ball at the person closest to me. I want to create an emergency by hitting the ball at their body or their toes, where they're out of position, in a weak position, and surprised. So it would be ineffective most of the time for the net player to poach and then hit the ball back to the player deep into the court for many reasons. All right, we're going to quickly touch on the why. The why you want to poach. The object of the game is to score the last shot, to finish the rally with a winner, or to cause your opponent to make a mistake. So poaching is a way to, it's like making a play. You have to be in concert with your server and the net player. They both need to know we're going to make a poach this particular point. So let's talk about when. When is a good time to poach? Well, it depends on your skill level. If you're kind of new to it, a smart time, strategically, when to poach, a smart time to do it is when your team is ahead. A lot of times what happens is the net player and the service player come together and meet near the baseline and kind of whisper what they want to do on the next point. Okay? So we can say, hey, it's 40-15. This is a good time for you to try to poach. See if you can intercept the return, cut it off, and hit a winner. So now if you're advanced, you want to be doing it frequently, in my opinion, when you're even or ahead on the score. If you're even or ahead and you try something a little bit on the risky side, if you don't execute it, it's not the end of the world. If you're ahead, they're just going to get a little closer to you. If you're even, for example, 40-40 or deuce, if you're even and you try the risky thing because you're trying to seize and take the game, you're trying to be the aggressor. Typically, the aggressor is the one that wins. So a good time to do that when you're even, if you're an advanced net player that knows how to poach, even if it doesn't work out, you're only at advantage out. Then you can play the next point a little bit more conservative, get it back to even, and then keep pounding on the door. So what else have we not covered? What, how, why, when, where. We did talk about where. I want to typically do this when the server is able to serve into the returner's body or into their backhand. Most people have a weaker backhand. So if you can serve effectively and jam the returner, they're more inclined to float back the return, making it easy for the net player to cut it off. All right. Well, that's poaching, kind of 101, 201, maybe some 301. And we'll get into some 401 for my advanced players. I have a video from my friend Matt. We're a team. He used to be a student. He's gotten a lot better. Now he beats me. But Yoda still knows a little bit more about the game. So I want to share with him some things we can do better, more effectively, to win more points easily instead of struggling into long rallies. That's on the next video. Stay tuned.